As a sales rep, your energy levels are your number one resource. Having good energy, having the right energy can make all the difference between doing the things you know you should be doing on each and every sales call to help people and skipping steps, not doing the things you should be doing, thus leading to less closes, less commission, and all the things you don't want, especially in a commission only role. So you're gonna have to learn for yourself how you personally can protect your energy and make sure that on every call you're showing up at 100%. Now, I'm not a expert on this topic, but what I can do is share some of the things that have helped me over the years and helped the people that I've worked with over the years to maintain their energy levels, to show up at 100%, to always be ready to serve people at the highest level. And the first thing I'm going to go over, just 4 super quick things in this video, is knowing how and when to reset. Hustle culture will tell you that to be successful, you have to do 14, 15, 16-hour days. You have to grind every waking moment. But the reality is, although there are times where you want to really get a project done, there are times where I'm like, hey, I want to finish this task, launch this thing for the next day or two, for the next 2 days, for the next 3 days, for the next week, for the next month. I'm going to grind really, really hard. The reality is that is usually not a sustained effort for months and months and months or years on end to get to a point. It's usually in bursts. But primarily, I can't tell you, hey, you should be working 8-hour days, you should be working 9, you should be working 12. You have to analyze your energy levels and work based off of what is going to keep you at maximum efficiency throughout your work. It's just like exercise. It is not beneficial to pound your body, work out really, 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 really hard every day, because there's diminishing returns afterwards in terms of you can't go all out on a session on Friday if Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday were also attempted all out sessions. Your energy levels are going to diminish and stack over time throughout the days, and by the time Friday comes, you might have the same time in the exercise, time in the work, but the actual efficiency and work you get done is going to be minimal. That's why you want to make sure that you know how and when to rest, and rest hard, recharge, so that the time that you do spend working, whether it's 4 hours, whether it's 6 hours, whether it's 10 hours, it is a maximum effort. It is a all out, it is a completely dialed in, focused 8 or 9 or 10 hours. If it takes you, yourself, if it takes you 4 hours to reset every night, then don't work to the point where you only have 2, because tomorrow you're not going to have the same energy. It's going to be diminishing. And now you're just going to be doing sloppy work, and it's going to take you longer to get the same stuff done because you're doing it with foggy brain. You're doing it with low attention levels. You're doing it with a lack of focus and intentionality. So you want to make sure that you can rest, and rest hard. Another big factor of knowing how to rest, knowing how to reset, is knowing what recharges you quickly. How can you get those, not full recharges, but how can you get those, 10, 20% quick energy levels recharges throughout the day, especially when you're dealing with a hard prospect or a hard situation? We can do everything we can. We can optimize our sleep, optimize our food, optimize as much things as we can to keep our energy levels high, but the chances are you're going to get on with the prospect, you're going to speak to someone, something's going to come up in your life that is going to suck a bit of that energy out. So knowing yourself, knowing what recharges you, maybe a 5, 10, 20-minute thing that can help get you revitalized to take that next call, to jump on with that prospect, to dial that next number, to do the follow-up you need to do, whatever it is you need to do. For some people, that might be going for a quick walk. For other people, it might be listening to some music for a second. For some people, it might be watching a funny video. For others, it might be speaking to their spouse. Whatever it is for you, know how to get those quick jolts of recharging energy, so that when you show up to that next call with that next prospect, you're doing everything. You're treating it like you're from, a new slate. You're doing everything you're supposed to do. You're doing everything to the best of your ability. The second thing is take every thought captive. A big source, and I've made a video about this. If you guys watched my past videos, I have a video about the Bible verse that really helped me. But taking every thought captive is going to be massive for you, because your thoughts are a big source of energy drain or energy supply. I've said it time and time again. If you've watched my videos, from what I've seen, from what I've studied, from myself, from what I've seen in myself, your thoughts create strong feelings. If you're thinking negative thoughts for a long enough time, they create negative feelings. It's the same reason why when you probe and you have conversations on sales calls and you dig into pain and you talk to them about their struggles, it creates the feeling, the sense of urgency, the desire to get out of that problem, to no longer deal with it. It's like, I no longer want to be here. You're making me realize how bad this is, because this feels bad, right? It's the thoughts, it's the thinking about the thing that makes you feel that way, right? So if you're allowing negative thoughts to permeate your mind, if you're allowing it to sit there and you're constantly allowing those thoughts to stay and linger, you're going to feel bad, which creates negative motivations, makes you motivated to do negative things that are opposition of what you should be doing or what you actually want to be doing in the grand scheme of things. And then those motivations create the negative actions, and a continual, cycle of those actions are what create the negative habits. That's why I always love to say thoughts create feelings, feelings create motivations, motivations create actions, actions create habits. And that's how you get stuck with bad habits. But it's the same thing on the flip side. If you can take every thought captive and swap them out with positive thinking, positive thoughts, good thoughts, if you can swap them out, the same chain reaction will happen. The positive thoughts will create positive feelings, create positive motivations, will create positive action, which creates great habits. So you want to take every thought captive to sustain good, high energy levels. You need to be thinking high energy, high frequency thoughts. Third thing is take care of your physical. It's so connected. It's so connected. If you are out of shape, if you are not sleeping well, if you are eating garbage, your energy levels are going to be low. You're not going to show up your best. If you're not leading yourself well, if you're not holding yourself to a higher standard, not just in your work life, but in your physical life, these things are deeply connected to your mental state. We all know that when you work out, when you get some sun, it releases these endorphins, those feel good energy things in your brain. Again, I'm not a biologist, but we all know these things. It works. It helps. Take care of your physical. Sleep well, eat well, train. Don't allow yourself to become gluttonous. Don't overeat. Don't get out of shape. Those things are massive for how you show up to your calls, not only in your energy levels, but in your confidence levels, in your confidence of, I know I look good, I know I feel good, and your confidence of, I do the things that I promise myself to do. I hold my promises to myself. I have a high say-do ratio. Therefore, I have a lot of trust in what I say I'm going to do, and I have a lot of confidence behind that, and you show up, you glow different on your calls. Fourth thing, and one of my favorite things to do, is just offload your brain, right? I try to offload my brain as much as possible. It is very difficult to try to hold everything in, memorize everything you need to do, every little task. If you look at my Apple Notes, I think there's about 5,000 notes on here. It's insane how many notes I have on my thing. I don't know if you guys can see it, probably not, but I have about 5,000 to 6,000 notes, because every time I have an idea, a thought, a task, something I want to do today, I either put it in my notes or I put it on my calendar, and I just live off of that. If you live off your calendar, you don't have to remember all the little things you need to do. And if you put everything you need to do on your calendar and just say, you know what, when I wake up, I'm going to look at my calendar and I'm just going to follow it as best as I can, Not every day is going to be perfect. Not every day you're going to be like a well-oiled machine. Some days you're going to be late for stuff. Sometimes you're going to miss stuff, but you can go to bed at night feeling good without the anxiety of, did I miss something? Did I do enough today? Did I do what I was supposed to do today? You can go to bed without that worry if everything is on the calendar and you just follow that calendar. You can eliminate the thought of, as soon as you finish a task, okay, what's the best next task to do? What task should I do? Did I spend enough time on this task? Should I do more of that? Just eliminate all of that junk, eliminate all of that noise, and just schedule out your day and live by your calendar. Offload your brain, and it is going to help massively because you have more room, more energy in your mind to focus on the things that matter, which is, if you're a sales rep, being fully present with your prospects and not thinking about all the other things you might have to do. If I'm in a task right now I'm recording this video. On my calendar, it says that in this time, in this moment, I'm supposed to be recording videos. I have tons of other things to do today, but I don't have to think about it. I don't have to schedule. I don't have to plan it because it's all just there. As soon as I'm done recording these videos, I'm going to lift up my phone, go to my calendar and say, what's next? It's going to tell me what's next. And then I'm just going to go do that. I don't have to think about it. It's just the same as, I think, who was it? Was it Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook founder, owner, whatever. I think he like wears the same shirt every day just so he doesn't have to think about it. I don't know if that's Jeff Bezos or him. Maybe it's both of them, but they wear like, or was that Steve Jobs? One of those guys, it was talking about how they would just have a wardrobe of the same t-shirt because it helped them offload their brain so they don't have to make that decision. They don't have to think about, what am I going to wear today? And, they took it that far when it comes to just trying to offload their brain so they can use 100% of their brain power on the things that matter. And scheduling out your day, living by your calendar, not by your memory of what needs to get done, is a great way to start. I'm going to leave it there. There's lots of other stuff I can talk about with this. If you did find this helpful, I can definitely make a part 2, but I would say start with those 4 things if you are someone who struggles to maintain your energy levels over time on your sales calls. Hopefully this helps. I'll see you in the next video.